So Jarrell Big Baby Miller expects to build a rivalry with Tyson Fury ahead of a future fight. So obviously Jarrell Miller recently signed with Bob Arums Top Rank, which Tyson Fury is currently working with, which makes a potentially with Tyson Fury clash much more likely. So let's quickly get to what Jarrell Miller's actually been saying though. Jarrell Miller asked if Tyson Fury fight was inevitable. He said, "I think it is. I think that they were talking about after the Fury fight was after the Fury was fighting Wilder again. I was supposed to be co-main event for that fight. I was supposed to be co-main event for the last fight. I think that it will be definitely in the future." So those are the words of Jarrell Miller. Sky Sports article also talks about obviously Wilder, who's no, not Wilder, Jarrell Miller, who's also co-promoted by Dimitri Salita. It said that they were holding talks about fighting with Jarrell Miller fighting Carlos Takam, potentially on the Lomachenko undercard in New York on May 30th. Obviously, because of what's going on, that's definitely not going to happen. But Carlos Takam for Jarrell Miller, Takam, that guy's a warrior. That guy stepped in from 12 days. He had 12 days notice to replace Kubrat Pulev to fight AJ, and that guy gave Anthony Joshua work. So, and he's always in shape. So I'd like to see that fight. Some two strong guys taking on each other. That's a good barn fest for me. Takam. We saw what Takam the Takam that fought Derek Chisora before getting knocked out. If that Takam fights like that against Jarrell, that's gonna be a barn fest, mate. That's definitely gonna be a barn. Takam, tough. That Cameroon strength. That guy's ready to go. But yeah, Jarrell Miller. In terms of Jarrell Miller and Tyson Fury, I think, let's just put it this way: people are gonna watch Jarrell Miller versus Tyson Fury. The lead up to the fight would be like, imagine Tyson Fury and his persona. And we saw how Anthony Joshua and this guy Jarrell Miller was getting under Anthony Joshua's skin. I think that would be one of the best lead ups to best pre-fight press tours or whatever you want to call it. Lead up, that would be like one of the best in recent time. You got big character guys taking on each other verbally. Tyson Fury, all his mind games and that. Jarrell Miller, we saw what this guy. The trash talking, this guy's on another level completely. Look at the way he was trashing Anthony Joshua though. Imagine, look at the way AJ walked up to Anthony Joshua, to Jarrell, and Jarrell pushed him. Imagine if he done that to Tyson Fury. This is 315 pounds and that. This guy's got size and that. But it'll be interesting though. I think that fight will sell pay-per-view pretty well because they're both talkers. And I know American fans like their talkers, so I think it'll probably sell pretty well. And American fans, for me, I think they're more forgiving in terms of when infringements, because I'm a fan of track and field. And for those of you who follow track and field, I'm sure you're aware of sprinters such as like Justin Gatlin. And for me, Americans don't talk about he's had his issues here and there in the past, and no American fans and that they don't talk about Justin Gatlin's past like that. But you see media from other parts, they're still trying to talk, especially like maybe UK based sports media, they're still trying to bring up the old stories and stuff like that and all this kind of. Listen, you don't see the American media talking about Gatlin's past. So for me, I think for the same way I see that in track and field, I think that'll probably be the same for Jarrell in terms of the United States. I don't know. I think they'll be more forgiving of Jarrell Miller compared to if Jarrell Miller was a UK based fighter. But that's a story for another day. But in terms of Jarrell Miller and Tyson Fury, I think, listen, I want to see Tyson Fury fight everybody. I want to see Fury fight Usyk. I want to see Fury fight maybe Wilder in the trilogy again. Because, when these guys retire, everyone's going to be like, wow, this was a good fight. That was a good fight. I want to see the best fighters fight as many times as possible. I want to see Fury fight AJ. I want to see Fury fight Jarrell. I want to see Fury fight Usyk. I want to see Fury fight Wilder. I want to see Fury fight White, Chisora, all these guys. I don't care if he has to fight, Michael Hunter, Povetkin. I want to see Fury fight everybody. And it'd be interesting to see Fury's, 273 pounds, his new pressure style. Would he bring that Wilder style, the way he fought Wilder? Would he fight Jarrell like that? I don't think it would work on Jarrell Miller like it worked on 315 pounds You can't ragdoll this guy anywhere. You can't bully this guy anywhere. This guy, yeah, walking forward, that's all he knows. He'll walk forward into your punches. And if you're not a devastating puncher, I don't think it'll be very difficult for fighters to keep Jarrell Miller off them. And Jarrell Miller's a smaller guy than Fury. We saw what Otto Wallin, a smaller guy, is capable of doing. Who can get on the inside. And it'll be interesting to see what Jarrell Miller could do to Tyson Fury. Or would Tyson Fury just outbox Jarrell Miller because of his size and then go to a 12 rounds? Because I just don't think Tyson Fury can employ them Deontay Wilder tactics on Jarrell. The size is there. Jarrell, I don't care what nobody says, say Jarrell can't. But if you're 315 pounds, if you detonate that on someone's chin with full weight, those guys are going to sleep. I don't care what nobody says. But I feel like Jarrell Miller's ability to fight on the inside relentlessly can cause Tyson Fury a bit of problems, because Deontay Wilder wasn't really able to fight on the inside. If Deontay was able to change up his game and fight on the inside, I think he could have caused Tyson Fury more problems in that rematch. Because there's times where I felt like Deontay Wilder could have thrown some shots to the body. He could have ripped some uppercuts upstairs at close range. He just didn't do it. He was holding. He wanted it to go long. Jarrell Miller can definitely fight on the inside. So I would be interested to see what tactics Tyson Fury employs against Jarrell Miller. And at the same time, it'd be interesting to see how Jarrell Miller, how he is in his comeback. Because against Takam's a very good justice to see how Jarrell Miller performs. So, Jarrell Miller versus Tyson Fury. What do you guys think about a potential clash between these two? Would that be one of the best pre-fight build-ups we've probably seen in a while? Because it's a long time. We haven't seen two talkers taking on each other, not taking on each other like this recently. How many talkers have we had in heavyweight division really going at it recently? I don't think we've had that many. How AJ versus AJ pre-fight with Jarrell? Nah, not really. I think the last time we had probably two talkers was probably, is it White? It could be White Chisora, Maybe it's White Chisora. Who else is there? Because I know guys like people like Parker. Parker don't say too much. Povetkin definitely don't say too much. Ortiz, nah. Ortiz is, you can't really, his English ain't really there in that. So, and that's actually a thing, in boxing. That's why you don't see too many fighters taking on guys, that can't really speak the like English like that, because it's very difficult to sell the fight, because there's no trash talking, especially in the American market. They love the trash talking. So it's not easy. But if you can fight though, then some people take that as a pass. And some people and sometimes if you can't trash talk, some fans just look at the fight. Some fights you don't need no trash talker. You can just be like, these two fight, the fight sells itself. That is why Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury didn't even trash talk as much as they did in the first time, because they know that it's going to sell. But in terms of Jarrell Miller, this guy thrives off trash talking. Tyson Fury versus Jarrell Miller, trash talking galore. Who wins that fight if Jarrell Miller takes on Tyson Fury? I saw somewhere that Tyson Fury could actually take on Jarrell Miller before actually taking on AJ if he was to beat Deontay Wilder. Which could be interesting, because could Jarrell Miller actually spoil the apple cart and turn this thing upside down, beat Tyson Fury, and then set up a unification against Anthony Joshua? Madness as it sounds though, you never know, anything can happen. So drop your comments in the comment section below. Tyson Fury, does Jarrell Miller stop Tyson Fury? Does Tyson Fury stop Jarrell Miller? Drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think, guys? Cool.